In an office, shows Phil Hartman in a suit sitting at a desk. Over an intercom, Jan Hook says, "Mr. Waters, the next applicant is here to see you." Hartman presses the intercom and says, "Great, send him in." Norm MacDonald walks into the office wearing a tuxedo. Hartman gets up, shakes MacDonald's hand, and says, "Wow, Mr. Bostrom, you really dressed up nice for this interview." MacDonald, "Thank you, sir. This job is really important to me." MacDonald sits in a seat opposite Hartman's desk, and Hartman sits back down at his seat. Hartman, "Looking at your resume, Mr. Bostrom, it appears that you have ample experience as a waiter at a number of restaurants." MacDonald, "That's right, sir." Hartman, "Fettuccinis, bristiolis, patistronis, some fine restaurants you've served at." MacDonald, "That's right." Hartman, "Here at Papua New Guinea's, it's important to us that our waiters have excellent people skills. What's your greatest strength when it comes to working with other people?" MacDonald, "Honesty, sir." Hartman, "Honesty?" MacDonald, "Why, yes. I'm always very truthful, perhaps even to a fault." Hartman, "And how does that help you as a waiter?" MacDonald, "Well, I suppose I'm not going to lie about the customer's orders." Hartman, "Very well. This all seems to be going just fine. But one question I like to ask our prospective waiters is, what do you see as your greatest weakness?" MacDonald, "Greatest weakness, sir?" Hartman, "That's right." MacDonald, "I'm a terrible waiter." Hartman, "Excuse me?" MacDonald, "Yep." Hartman, "I'm sorry, I must have heard you incorrectly. I thought you said you're a terrible waiter." MacDonald, "That's what I said." Hartman, "Well, weren't you a waiter at Fettuccinis, Bristiolis, and Padistriones?" MacDonald, "Yes, I was. I was fired at all three for being a terrible waiter." Hartman, "What makes you so terrible at the job you're currently being interviewed for?" MacDonald, "Well, for one thing, I'm absolutely terrible at listening to what people are ordering. And I'm even worse at writing it down. Besides that, by golly, I can't for the life of me tell the chefs what the order was. Beyond that, I'm absolutely brutal, and I mean brutal, at carrying food from the kitchen to a table." Hartman, "That's literally the entire job." MacDonald, "Yep, and I'm terrible at it." Hartman, "Well, you weren't lying when you said you were honest." MacDonald, "No, I wasn't, sir." "So do I got the job?" Hartman, "We'll get back to you, and dead from the earth, we're not alive. It's Saturday Night Alive, starring John Belushi, Chris Farley, Phil Hartman, Jan Hooks, Norm MacDonald, Gilda Radner, Denitra Vance, and with many other special deceased contributors. Musical guest, George Tickner, and your host, Bob Knight. Everybody, Bob Knight. Applause, applause, applause. Shows Knight sitting in a chair on stage who says, "Thank you. I was a college basketball coach. I won 902 NCAA Division I basketball games, a record at the time of my retirement. I was the head coach of the Indiana Hoosiers from 1971 to 2000, where we won 3 national titles in 76, 81, and 87. I also coached the Texas Tech Red Raiders from 2001 to 2008, and the Army Black Knights from 1965 to 1971. I often sparked controversy with my outspoken nature and volatility. I often engaged in, quote, verbal conflicts with members of the press. People have accused me of having a fiery temper. I also had a lot of memorable quotes. One such quote was when I said, when my time on earth is gone and my activities here are past, I want them to bury me upside down and my critics can kiss my ass. Applause, applause, applause. Night. And so now I'm ready to be buried upside down so that my Chris Farley emerges from behind Knight, sitting on the chair, and puts his hands on Knight's shoulders. Farley: Mr. Knight, sir, I just wanted to say I'm a real big fan. Knight stands up, brushes Farley's hands off his shoulders, and says, did you just interrupt my monologue? Farley: well, I thought you were just about done, and so... Knight headbutts Farley, takes the chair that he was sitting in, and hits Farley over the head with it. Knight then throws the chair across the stage. Knight: excuse me, where was I? Now that I'm dead, I'm ready to be buried upside down now, so my critics can kiss my ass. We have a great show tonight. George Tickner of Journey is here, so don't stop believing. We'll be right back.